Welcome neighbors, Miracle Farm 1927 Homestead, and we're down at Denton Farm Park for the week, and I'm going to show y'all the theme tractors for this year. We got our little setup here. We got the new M and my G, and then Ian's 88 Oliver. So in our little camping spot, but we're going to go up here. I'm going to show you the theme tractors. Theme tractors this year is Ford, so we're going to go check them out. Alright, so start out with just a nice old, I'm not sure what this is. It's just a Jubilee. Here's a little mini Ford. Pretty neat. It's got a little Vanguard. There's one around here somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. With a massive pony with my motor in it. It's kind of set up like a tractor. I think this is a really cool little tractor. It's a 1000. I'm assuming these are just super rare. It's a little, I'm not sure if it's a 2-cylinder. Yeah, it's not a 2-cylinder. They have Ford motors. I don't know really anything about them. But it's, you know, similar to my 1710 Ford I have, but it's older. It's supposed to be in, like, you know, the 2000, 3000, 4000 kind of era. But it's a little compact. See, it's really cool. It's made in Japan, so it's Japanese. Shimano engine, which makes sense. That's a really cool little tractor. It's not live power, so they've got a slip PTO on it. But it's just really cool because it's like an older. It's like a lot of similarities to my newer, like my 1710, but it's got some old characteristics to it too, like the lift arms. It was 1974. Anyway, and then here's a old flathead V8 8M. It's pretty neat. You see quite a few of these. That's what me and my buddy was talking about. Most of these flathead V8s got turned into tractors, which is pretty neat. We got another one. It's like that 1000. It's a 1300. It's a lot like my 1710 as far as transmission goes and stuff. So that's pretty neat. And you got the whole series. 1100. It's a little smaller. You got these little diesel. These are really cool. These diesel Ford lawnmowers. This is really neat. This is probably one of my favorite ones. It's a little cart with bicycle wheels, and it's a walk behind Ford brand. Just walk behind mower. That's really neat. Another V8. I didn't notice this yesterday. Huh. So it's a 60 V8. That's like probably one of the first ones they come out with. Probably. I think that's the 60 was the first one. V8 they came out with, a little small. Little 1720. It's a little bit newer than my 1710 full drive. So it's the next model after it. Those are neat. Spread out, kind of high crop. It's pretty neat. These big old top.
1 to 2.
Spoke. I'm not sure if it's homemade. Kind of homemade. I'm not sure. It's really cool though. I think everything's got these really wide axles. I think everything's pretty well standard. It's been spread out. I'm not sure if that's I'm assuming that's actually a high crop. 8 in, which is cool. And here's another. This is a Funk 8 in with an overhead 6-cylinder. Just Ford industrial motor. There's another standard 8 in. Another one. It's a Fordson F. Pretty cool. And here's probably another one of my favorites. It's a haystack carrier with duals on it. It's really neat. I've always wanted to run one of these, you know. Different people made them. Some people made them out of old trucks or something. So I always wanted to run one. That's pretty cool. And here's another Funk. This is a 2 in with a flathead. Really nice restoration. It's a very pretty paint job on this thing. They spent a lot of time on the motor, and they spent a lot of time on the paint job. This is a really pretty. And then there's another Funk V8. Pretty neat. Actually, another Funk 2 in. This was also very pretty. I like the chrome bumper. I need to put a chrome bumper on my 9 in. That would be cool. But yeah, just a flathead 6-cylinder. I think they're around, probably the flathead is around 60-some horsepower. I'm sure that's a lot of horsepower in this little tractor. 941. But here's what's really cool. What I'm excited about. These, there's 2 of them. 2 Ford 1710 offsets. So this one is pretty neat. It's really neat. This is one of the later ones. It's spread out. It was from a ginseng house in Wisconsin. And this one is pretty much like mine. This one has a little bit, it's got the smaller wheels on it than mine does. But this one's a really pretty restoration. It's really neat. This one has, I don't think mine has it. This one has a extra high and low gear. But anyway, that's a really pretty one. But anyway, I want to try to find this guy. See if he wants to buy one. I don't know. I might think about selling mine. This one does have the rear coulters on it. To get rid of your, what these are for is to, it's not really a big deal, but it's to get rid of the compaction of your rear tires. I don't know, I'm assuming that's factory. It looks pretty well, but it looks real similar to like a Farmall rear coulter. So that's pretty cool. This one's just really, that's a really, I'm sure that one was extremely hard to come by with the dual, where it's wide on both sides. But I'm assuming it's still considered an offset. They only, you know, here's another little 8 in. Here's a high crop 900. That's a really cool tractor. These, what are these? 42s. Yeah, that's a that's a big old tall tire. Is this a, oh, it is a LP. I was like looking, I was like, that's not a carburetor. It's LP too, so assuming that's really well. Here's another little, at least I don't know Ford's well, so I think this one's got, if you don't know, I don't want to mess with this guy's transmission. It's not an H pattern. What it does is it goes up and down and it goes back and forth. It's hard to explain, but Ford's done that. And they also did just like a straight, like an H pattern transmission too. This is, oh dang it, I was going to show y'all one, it's gone. But here's another little 2-in. There was a Fordson here, and it had a side-mounted disc plow, and that was really cool, and I was wanting to show it to you, and it's already gone, so dang it. But anyway, we're gonna go back over here and look at some more tractors over here. Nice little gas burner 2000. This is a pulling tractor. Well, 960. All these 960s and kind of this generation with the narrow fronts got turned into pulling tractors. Is this the tractor? It's like it. This one's got a 2. But yeah, that's what I was kind of talking about. It's got these side-mounted disc plows. That's really cool. That would be really fun to. It's got a, so it's these have this wide. It's kind of offset too. Wide place for these plows to go. That's really cool. There it is. I think that's the one. There it is over there with the single. But you got some really pretty, another high crop, or 2 more high crops. It's a little high crop. Get in shade. That's a really pretty tractor. They done a good job on it. There's a diesel, 761 diesel. Select speed. We worked on one of these, or not, it was a 901 diesel select speed. Something was wrong with the injection pump. We couldn't get it running. Those are really neat. It's a Ford diesel 2000, but it's a Super Dexter. Huh. That's a unique tractor. That's really cool. So, it's a Ford 2000, but it's a Super Dexter. That's interesting. Look at those, how you adjust the rear wheels. That's pretty unique. I don't know a lot about Dexters and stuff. All much. Here's like a offset. This is the older Ford offset. Again, really pretty job this guy does. Oh, close you guys sit to them fenders though. I don't know if I'd like that much, but another really pretty. It's a 541 gas burner. I bet that's a lot of fun to drive, even though it's a Ford. If y'all don't know, I'm not a big fan of this style of Ford. I just don't like them for different reasons, but anyway, this would be a cool tractor to have. Really tall. Another 2000. There's another 501 offset over there. We're going to take you back to that row in a while. That's a 6000 Ford. All these were Selecto speeds. It was the first big tractor Ford came out with, and see, it's a 4-bottom tractor. Got a really nice Ford plow behind it. A lot of these tractors failed because they were this Selecto speed, and the Selecto speed you can't. They're impossible to get parts for. It's got a newer. It's basically the same style engines as those. As that diesel over there, that Selecto speed diesel. It's just a 6-cylinder. It's basically the same engine, it looks like to me, but it's got a Sims pump. Pretty nice little tractor. This was Ford's first attempt at a big tractor, and they were fairly successful. It's just the Selecto speed kind of fell out of favor, and That's when they made these boys. Now this is when, in my opinion, Ford started making tractors. The 1000 series. This is a Ford 4000 platform. Really nice tractor. If I was gonna have a Ford, it would be a 4000 platform or a 5000 platform. They're just really cool. I like platform tractors, and I love my 3000. So there's a 5000 platform. So this one has, it's still a CAV. I think some of these had Sims. By the way, when you went from a 5000 and then here's a 7000, the 7000, the only difference is it has a turbo and it has a Sims, or it's got a big inline pump. And that's basically the only difference. You know, you go from, I don't know, 70 to around 100 horsepower. It's still a 4-cylinder though, so Ford was famous for having just these. A lot of people done work with what, like, you know, a big 6-cylinder would do with these 4-cylinder turbo motors. Would do about the same work, and you know, I think that's more what people do today. So maybe they caught on to something before it started. This is a rare boy. This is a high crop 8N. That's really cool. Really nice job too. I like the chrome. It's got a chrome PTO lever. That's pretty cool. All the Ford guys are in here. I think you can win this tractor. There's a chrome let's see, is it a 9N or a 2N? It doesn't say, but that's pretty cool. I like these on these 2Ns. They got these single rib tires. Those are pretty neat. There's another Funk 6-cylinder. There's a line of more of the platform tractors. That's pretty cool. Here's another 6000. So I don't know what the year model difference is. This is 63. This is 61. Maybe the blue ones were newer. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about them. This one's got another nice Ford 4-bottom plow. This is another red and white one. I don't know if one was newer. The reason they changed the color, maybe they were changing over to blue. I'm not sure. Another 8N. Here's another 8N. This is pretty neat. It's a Fordson major pull-in tractor, 6-cylinder. Now these are very interesting. This is a Country. So Country is owned by another Country, basically, and they were selling Fords and Fordson Dextas and Fordson majors and calling them Country. So this is a Country Super 6, and they made them 4-wheel drive, which is really neat. Here's just a little Fordson Dexta, Super Dexta. Here's one on tracks. This is a Country. Somebody spent a whole lot of money on this thing. Put new, you know, the money's just in this crazy. Put all new, put these plastic cleats to go to shows with and stuff. That's really neat. And then you got these big old Country 4-wheel drives, and you can see they took a lot of stuff from Ford when they made these. But they just rebadged them as countries. I'm not sure why they done that, but anyway, really neat. And they got the Ford people have their nice old truck out here.